What's up, you stagnant, macho, big baby beanbags? It's me, 16leo, and I'm back with a vengeance. That's right, it's not Shane Dawson anymore.
It's Bane Dawson, cause that man evil.
Oh, whip your hair back and forth. Oh!
What is this?
So what I would do is I would have, a knife to her throat, and I would make her say the most fucked up, awful, racist, sexist
What are you?
shit. Yeah, I would make her say that shit and be like, if you don't say it, I'm gonna slice your neck. And then she'd say it.
Pure evil.
And then I'd rip her tongue out and be like, that's the last thing you ever said.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, a couple days ago, I released a video about the Shane Dawson movie, Not Cool. And within the day, Shane Dawson's team copyrighted it and took it down. And they didn't really even give me a reason. The saddest part about it was the video was actually gaining traction and getting recommended, so I had to take it down, cut around a few parts, re-upload it, and as of now, the new video that I've uploaded seems to be okay. I don't think it's getting recommended, and maybe that's what they wanted. I don't know YouTube as well as they do. But here I am, Shane. I guess if Shane don't want me to show them the movie, he definitely doesn't want me to show them behind the scenes.
The script is not that raunchy. Somebody out there is a rat and they're going around saying this is the raunchiest movie ever made, and it's pissing me the off.
Because that true personality, it shines. I'm talking about egotistical behavior, manipulation, passive-aggressive behavior, all that, you name it, Shane's got it. So just a little more context. The movie Not Cool that Shane Dawson made was actually part of a competition on Stars called The Chair, in which two directors would take the same script and make a different movie. Unfortunately, it was doomed from the start, and the reason is because one of the directors was Shane Dawson. And basically, because Shane has fans, he won. It has nothing to do with the merit of the movies.
Long story short, he's friends with the other director, so he was taking her side, and she was mad that there was a joke in my movie. The joke is not that mean. It's like, what are you talking about? All drama. They just didn't want me to win, but f them, I won.
You did, and you have your fan base obviously would make you win no matter what.
Have you seen Not Cool? I've heard amazing things, like if you buy a DVD copy of it and put it in your computer actually cries. Like, it becomes sentient because the movie's so bad. And he actually won $250,000 for the competition. But before we get started, Shane Dawson has 20 gazillion followers. If you want to follow my Instagram at 16leo_, maybe we could catch up to him. Stop laughing, that wasn't that, okay. And while we're at it, 190,000, baby. I'm trying to get to 200,000 before Christmas, so if you want to, subscribe, become a big baby, and I'll give you one of these. You've seen the movie and its quality. Presumably, I thought this movie was edited by two monkeys and an elephant called Bob. Seemingly not. Shane Dawson was the one. I honestly didn't think Shane Dawson would even be serious during the production. I thought he was just going to be making fart jokes and trying to hump someone's cat in the process, but he didn't. He actually took this very seriously, which makes it even worse that the movie came out the way it did. Damn it. As much as it kills me to say this, I still want to acknowledge the fact that Shane Dawson is still a person. He was in his 20s at the time. Making a whole movie by yourself, directing it and acting it is pretty hard. So I respect that, but the movie's trash. Okay, let's go.
He says, look, I'm gonna be honest with you, I've had clients that have gone online, watched Shane's stuff, and said, I don't wanna be a part of that.
Ah, there's the problem, Shane, is you. Even people in 2014 had the common sense to be like, yeah, he's got 12 million followers, but he's pretty racist.
What's up, you guys? Yes, it is me, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. How fly do I look? I mean, really. Cuckoo!
Damn. Must suck to know you're the problem, huh?
When I was an actor, I was auditioning for everything. I don't quite understand the logic of being picky when you have no job.
Well, no, but that's the problem. They do have jobs. And one woman in particular who's a professor who's up for tenure.
Well, then why am I seeing professors? Where are the actors?
Bro, Scott Dawson is now lovable compared to Shane Dawson. This dude is so passive-aggressive, it hurts.
It's a smaller, more limited talent pool than out of New York or LA.
Can't find actors. If we can't find crew, then how are we gonna fix this to make Pittsburgh look great?
Why did he turn to the camera like that? What the fuck was that? Was that a punchline? We cannot find any actors.
Anywhere.
Ooh. Ah. Are we not filming?
It's been mentioned many, many times that is a problem for people. So if we just lose that, I'm just saying.
I'm not taking anything out of the movie to please a bunch of out-of-work actors in Pittsburgh who should be lucky to get an audition for a feature film.
I mentioned this in the other video, but one of the things that people had a problem with was the scene in which the homeless man eats his own shit.
I'd rather eat my own shit.
And I do? This is shit up in here.
Shane, can I ask you a pivotal question in filmmaking history? What the f does that have to do with the movie? When you were writing this genius script, what was he thinking? How do you even pitch that to people? Like, did Shane come up and he was like, listen guys, homeless man, black, eat shit. Okay, couple questions. Why is he black? Why is he homeless? And why is he eating? Because he is, because he is, because he does. But what about, say one more thing and you're fired?
I'm Bane Dawson, bitches.
No director has ever taken anything out of a movie to get somebody to audition.
Oh, Shane. Firstly, Shane, have you ever heard of what a director's cut is? Ask Ridley Scott if you want any information on directing.
No director has ever taken anything out of a movie.
Yeah, that's because no director ever has been like, hey bro, you're homeless, now eat some shit. I just don't get why they put that dude in the movie. I'm still thinking about it. He eats shit, he's happy his family is dead, he drinks pee, and he flashes his balls to people. Like, what, is this a fleshed out, I mean, it is a fleshed out character, sure, physically. Also, listen, I don't know what that actor's position was and why he accepted the role. Maybe he needed money. But at the same time, dude, listen, Michael Homeless, that's his name now. His last name is his situation in life. That's like calling yourself Eddie Carrick. Dude, I wouldn't accept a role that requires you to say, I eat my own shit. I don't think Steven Spielberg's like, listen, Tom Hanks, first of all, your son is crazy. Secondly, I don't think I'm going with you for this role. I need a guy who eats his own shit. In the behind the scenes, Shane Dawson has also been known to just leave the set randomly.
I don't know. I'm gonna go.
Shane, stop it. You can't go. We have too much to do.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna do this in my hotel.
The director of a movie is akin to the captain of a ship. It would be like you are a crewmate and you're watching your captain and he's like, you guys are arseholes. I'm leaving, bitch. That is the most childish shit I've seen from someone in their 20s in a long time. Come on, Shane.
No.
You're the director of this movie.
No.
You're also the actor.
No,
Shane, please.
No.
Needless to say, the critics tore apart Shane Dawson's movie one by one.
Cool got a lot of really negative reviews. Shane's movie got eviscerated in the critical landscape. I mean, absolutely destroyed.
One review said that if you enjoy my movie, you must be a sociopath.
That was in the Los Angeles Times.
Oh my God. That is the perfect description. I've been thinking about how to say it this whole time. That is exactly what it is. That's exactly who enjoys this movie. That's why it made $35,000 out of an $800,000 budget. That's the amount of those people left in this world. Because and racists would be empathetic towards the stuff in this movie. We did it, guys. We did it. We found the target audience.
For me, reviews don't really mean whether a movie is good. To have 5 middle-aged white dudes judge your movie, especially a teen comedy, not really the tell-all for how the movie is.
You know what? I agree with Mr. Bane Dawson. I don't like critics either. I'd like to let the audience decide. If the movie makes a lot of money at the box office, the people have to love it, right? I mean, it's not like his movie made, I don't know, $35,000 out of an, I don't know, $800,000 budget. I mean, I don't know. Critics hated it. Audiences hated it. My grandmama hated it. Shane, I bet you even if Big Ed saw this video, he'd be like, that's not digestible. And that's very hard for a man like him to say, so.
It's fine that you're saying Facebook. I just want to say it too many times.
But she also said you Facebook stalks. Do you not understand what I'm saying?
I
She
do.
says Facebook
No, I do.
stalking.
It's okay. It's okay.
Then why are you saying it's not okay if
Because
you say
she's saying
it
it
twice?
so many times that
So we
it's
can
like...
only say it once?
I guess this video is kind of uncomfortable for me to watch. I think her name is Laura, and she is the producer and also Shane's friend. Throughout this whole movie, she just tries to help and aid him in the right direction, which is what a great producer should and does do. She was not trying to undercut Shane at any point. She tried to help with the edits and cutting certain parts and just make sure the film had its direction before it was released. Because filmmaking isn't about one person. It's a collaborative effort and everybody has to do their part and believe in the project for it to come out its best. And it's just really hard to watch Shane Dawson cut people down for absolutely nothing.
So then we either can say it or we can't.
No, that's not...
Do you understand what she's saying?
Yes, you boy. I speak perfect English. I know what she's saying. She's right.
No, I don't either.
Just,
okay.
just the second one, the line.
Let's get to acting notes and not like word notes.
Okay, action. And this time, remember to say your word lines and also use your act face to appreciate the structure of other people's talking. Words are part of acting, Shane. Jesus Christ. Bro, she was just trying to help you. Can you calm down? Look, I'll admit, when you put work out anywhere, you don't love hearing criticism. And this sort of just proves that Shane Dawson has the my way or the highway theory. Because even after the movie was done, he screened it to audiences and the production crew, and they didn't seem to like it. But instead of coming out and talking to them and being like, what can I change? What can I fix? He was like, I don't need to hear it.
You like that? Did you buy that they could have been in a relationship before?
Sorry to bother you. You're gonna come back in to talk, right? I think you should. You don't want to hear what people say?
No.
She's such a cartoon. I'm never gonna buy any version that he cares that she's gone.
So really, what do you think's gonna happen if you go in and listen?
I don't need to. I don't need to hear the pick party stuff.
Right.
All that's fine. But to actually hear it, like, I don't need to.
But not 5 minutes ago, Shane Dawson was like, this is not made for older white people. It's made for a teen audience. This is a teen audience, and they're like, we don't get it. So you can't run from everything. Everybody's telling you this movie sucks. You should have listened. Shane Dawson, my name is 16leo, and I am from 6 years in the future of this movie. What I am going to tell you is about to shock you. You are not doing well on YouTube, bro. In fact, you're off it. Here's a couple tips. I'm telling you, it'll get you way further in life if you don't hump your cat or tongue your dog. Also, before I forget, stop saying the N-word. Actually, if you have time, I have a whole list. Yeah, here's one. Stop talking about 12-year-olds in that way. Get away from Willow Smith. One of the biggest problems about the movie is the pacing issues. Shane Dawson is presumably the protagonist in the movie, along with Tori, and he isn't introduced into the movie till like midway through for some reason. And in this scene, his producer was just telling him that he probably needs to cut something down, but he wasn't having it.
How long is it if you go from the top till we get to Scott and Tori?
24 minutes?
I think if we do a cut, just take that scene out. I honestly don't even think you're gonna miss it.
We can try.
We can try
I don't
it.
want to do that right now.
Meh. I don't feel like it. That is the director and the editor.
Why can't we do it right now? Cut.
That's why you're here for a couple days, and I just felt like after we watched it, I'd rather like be excited and talk about the movie, like just jumping into it being like, this is the problem.
No,
it's like,
but
well,
this is, can't not say anything. I'm not gonna sit here and just tell you like, it's done, it's ready to go.
Woman, is this how our friendship works? You just tell me exactly what you feel like, even if it hurts me now, to protect me in the future. Because you want my best interest. You don't want my money. You want my loyalty and trust and compassion. Are you that shallow? Ugh, you're fired.
we've been working our off on this for
You're
and
only
it's awesome. I think it's really good.
I'm like, bitch, can we make this fucking movie? I don't give a fuck about this shit. I'm just out here trying to do my motherfucking Oh, I'm sorry. Did I fucking swear too much? Jesus fucking Christ.
Literally, I was sitting here listening to every single laugh. I can tell you the level from 1 to 10 of each joke.
It was all a 0. Nobody laughed. Someone actually said there was more laughs at my grandma's funeral, and they laughed at that more than they did the movie. So I fired them all, and then they said that this is a cinema and you can't fire people at the cinema. So now I am here screaming at you.
Was there any that didn't play?
Not really. I mean, the things I was nervous about were.
Dude, everything in this movie was funny. The homeless guy eating shit was so funny that half the audience actually walked out, presumably to buy my DVD. Also, this gang called the Crips or Cripes, I'm not sure what that is. They actually ordered 100,000 copies of my movie, and they said to give it to thy bloods or bloods. I don't. But I mean, it's selling.
We have a movie that can still be better, but in the way that you envision it. Not about changing your vision. Do you see it as something that you still want to work on and make better?
And you guys, I'm really annoyed because I feel like I have not come across any less than a collaborative person.
No, you're the 100% opposite of that. This is the equivalent of OJ getting caught in the act. But she called me on the counter. It wasn't me.
If you guys told me, like, hey, I think there's a lot of work to it, I'd be like, okay, great, let's do it.
You won't read the notes?
I want to see all the notes.
You said the opposite to me.
No,
you specifically told me that night, you guys are gonna send me the notes and I'm never gonna read them.
I mean, as a joke.
Guys, I meant it as a joke.
It's been a week and you haven't read them either, so I mean, that's...
I don't know where they are.
Well, I don't know where they are. They might have been thrown in the trash can. So I don't know. It's your fault.
I'm supposed to read every single...
Well, you don't just expect me to read all of that. That's preposterous. What?
I read every single one.
You are all fired. The last part of this is the most textbook passive-aggressive manipulation that I think I've ever seen. And I'm a bit of a pseudo-psychologist myself. I am a 7-year PhD of nothing. So I think I know what I'm talking about. Firstly, you explain how you're the good guy and try and get people to draw empathy towards you. And then secondly, you're like, I think I just you know, deserve it.
Listen, I've compromised a lot in this movie, but like, if I want one extra second, just let me have it.
You have final cut on it.
I feel like I've been very open to every note, every suggestion, everything. I've never like yelled at you guys that I don't know. Like if I just want an extra beat somewhere, like I feel like I deserve it at this point.
You hear that tonality go from like, hey, onto like, come on guys, I think I deserve it. Please? Shane Dawson, you can't fool me. I'm Bruce Lee. Oh. That's not even Batman. I don't know why I said that.
I feel like I've been very open to every note, every suggestion, everything. I've never like yelled at you guys that I don't know.
I've been yelled at for the record. I've been yelled at for the record.
Shane Dawson also had the audacity to say that it was hard to play a popular character because he wasn't popular in high school.
The hardest part about playing Scott is that he was the popular kid. He is the guy everybody likes. He is famous in his high school. I was a 400-pound, not popular kid.
What am I supposed to do? Feel sorry for you? That you weren't popular and now you're uber popular?
Who looked like a woman. I looked like a 45-year-old woman in high school.
And now you look like the movie 17 again if you were both characters at the same time.
So for me, that's been the hardest part, is trying to play a confident, cool guy. I have no life experience with that.
Hi, I'm Shane Dawson. For me, the hardest part about being an actor is acting. I don't know how to play characters that I'm not. So I guess if you have a dog, maybe I'll just
I'm a very low-key, serious guy. That's easy, but having that confidence to stand with my shoulders back and like pretend like I have f***ed all these girls before, like that's hard.
It's kind of hard for me to pretend that I f***ed all these bitches when I didn't. And by bitches, I mean women. Oh my God. Just from looking at the behind the scenes of the footage, it must have been a nightmare to work with this guy. You know, the day I knew he was egotistical is when I heard him say that he was an empath, which is a short word for empathy or empathetic. I didn't think you needed to shorten the word. I was already mad when I heard it. But telling people that you're like so empathetic to everything in their situation, that's some bullshit, bro. Shane, people can tell. If you're actually empathetic to people, you don't need to tell them. You'd be comfortable with your own skin, people would see it, it would be fine. At the end of the day, the only thing not cooler than the movie Not Cool was Shane Dawson's behavior on set. Okay guys, that's the video. I had sort of flashbacks of visiting the Not Cool movie again, and I don't think I want to anymore, so me and Fluffs are gonna head out. Stay safe, take care of yourselves, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you. Shane Dawson? More like it's a Shane Dawson was in this movie.